All right, what's up, guys? We have 2 Leaf Multisport Signature Series Multisport. It has 2 1-of-1 autographs in each box. So we just did random hit, $75 a spot. What I'll do is I'll open the box, and the first box I think is I don't know what's going on with this. Brian and Ryan. So Brian has the first spot and Ryan has the second spot. We will random them though. And the second box is Eric R and Eric W. All right, let's see what we get. Good luck, everybody. Omaha Bill U. I have no idea who that is. And Drew Brees. Well, I can guess who everybody wants to get, unless Bill U is just some kind of crazy superstar that I never heard of. I have to Google him now. Basketball player, 20 years old, plays for Wake Forest. All right. So he's a college basketball player for Wake Forest, Omaha, Bill U. And then we got Drew Brees. So all right, let's see. So Bill U and Brees, we're going to random these. We'll roll the dice. 7. So Brian, you'll get whoever comes on top after 7 randomizations. Ryan, you'll get whoever's second. All right. Brian, you got Omaha Bill U. This is a 101 Leaf Metal. He's 20 years old, plays for Wake Forest. So hopefully he'll be a NBA player soon. And of course, Hall of Famer Ryan, you got Drew Brees. Leaf Metal Signature Series 1 of 1. Oh, let me turn that. Sorry. So one more time with the cards. Omaha Billy U, 101, Leaf Metal, Signature Series, Wake Forest Demon Deacon, and of course, Drew Brees, Hall of Famer, 101. All right, Brian O'Ryan. All right, now we have Eric R. and Eric W. This is number 2. I think they should probably encase these. I did post a third one. Nobody took a spot. So I was thinking of doing like a, $15 like a mini, and the top 2 get the 2 cards that come out. I don't know if that would work. Looks like we got a baseball player here. Oh, Ichiro. Okay. Constellations, Ichiro Suzuki, and that says Origa? That's pretty nice. Ichiro 101. I know somebody that would love that card. And JT, Jason Taylor, Miami Dolphin. $101. Okay. Let's get back to the all right, so Eric R, you're going to get whoever is number 1 in the random draw. And Eric W, you'll get whoever's number 2 in the random draw. 2 good cards. Jason Taylor, 101 Miami Dolphins, Hall of Famer. And, of course, Ichiro Suzuki, Constellations. That's pretty cool. All right. Good luck, guys. 6. So we're going to randomize this 6 times. All right. Eric R, you're going to get Ichiro. Congratulations. And Eric W, you get the JT, Jason Taylor. Very nice. Both 101s, of course. All right, there's another one up right now. Another box. $75 a spot. You're guaranteed an autograph. And like I said, if somebody takes it or gets in, if it don't, maybe I'll try the $15 a spot, 10 spots, and then the top 2 will get hits. Oh, I did it again. Sorry. I was showing the cards behind the thing. Yeah, whatever you want, Jonathan. I don't have select football for personal, but I can do Leaf Metal, Hobby, or Jumbo. JT 101 and Ichiro 101. All right, let me just write these down real quick. All right, so now we got 1 Jumbo and 2 Hobby. This is a random serial number. Steve Calhoun, Jr. number 3. Mark Fellows, you have 25. Bill Greco, 10. Trey Wright, 18. Ryan DeGroff, 2. Alex Chu, 7. Johnny Boz, 24. Jonathan, you drew the 1. So if we do get a 1 of 1, that's awesome. But you get any 1 of 5, 1 of 10, 1 of whatever. Craig, you have the 9. Steve Calhoun, 22. Craig also with 11. John Boz, 13. Landon, you have 17. Mark Fellows, 23. Jimmy, 8. Trey, 20. Mark, 15. Craig, 16. Jonathan, you have 19. Dave Campbell, 14. Craig, 5. Trey, 4. Mark, 21. Jonathan, 12. And Ryan, 6. You could DM me, and I'll give you a price if you want. Okay, so they're not encased. Okay. So each, the hobby and the jumbo, have exclusive autographs. Of course, the jumbo has the slab one too. So this has 8 autograph cards, 4 base parallels, 1 jumbo exclusive autograph, and then 1 slab proof. So there's 10 autographs in this one. There's the slab proof. Don't want to give it away. Let's turn it over. Okay. All right, let's see what we get. This is exciting. All right, we start off with Daquan Felton. That looks like Virginia Tech. Felton is 8 of 25. Jimmy, you're on the board early. So every card in this is number 25 or less. Caden Salter, quarterback. And that is 1 of 49. And Jonathan. Caden Salter. And our first autograph, Javion Thomas, and that is a next in line. Thomas is 3 of 15. There you go, Steve Calhoun. You get the first autograph in the break. Next in line, Jatavion Thomas. Ethan Hampton. Quarterback. And that is a 101. Jonathan, there you go. Ethan Hampton, 101. Graham Mertz, Florida Gator. Mertz is also a 101. Wow. And Fuego, Jonathan. This is like a personal. Nice. Arizona quarterback. That is a Leaf Metal State Pride, Noah Fafita. Nine of 15 for Fafita. 9. Craig. Here you go, Craig. And Thomas Castellanos, Boston College quarterback. He might have switched. Isn't that funny? They put next in line just like NIL. And that is another 101. Wow, we got 3 101s in that box. Holy cow. All right, congrats, Jonathan. All right, box number 2 of Hobby. So I'm assuming this is the this is the Hobby Box exclusive one. It's like a Mojo. It's different from all the rest, so I'm assuming that's the Hobby exclusive autograph Castellanos. Luke McCaffrey in the house. Anyway, Jonathan, if you want a jumbo, $290. If you want a hobby, $145. So if anybody wants a personal, $290 for a jumbo, $145 for a hobby. All right, so now this is 147 of 149, so we're going to have to random McCaffrey. I guess the base cards aren't necessarily to 25. Josh Hoover is to 149 as well. All right, we got Caleb Johnson. Is that Iowa? Draft bound. Caleb Johnson's 3 of 15. Justice Haynes. Is that Alabama? I think he's, or is that Arkansas? Alabama, Justice Haynes. That's 4 of 7. Sorry, so 3 of 15 for Caleb Johnson. That's you, Steve Calhoun. 4 of 7 for Justice Haynes. That's Trey. You're on the board, Trey. Nice. Justice Haynes to 7. So Money. Jerome Miles. 3 of 15 again, Steve Calhoun. So 1 of 3 have been the hot numbers. Jerome Miles. That's like an odd picture. I'm assuming he's a quarterback, but maybe not. James Simon, and that is 8 of 15. Jimmy Conlon, you're on the board, Jimmy. James Simon, 8 of 15. And Prep School Writer Lions. I don't know if this is the exclusive, I guess. I don't know. Ryder Lions is 5 of 5. So Craig, that's you, Craig. Ryder Lions for you. All right, the two, so far we got 2 base cards that will be random. I'll just random them on numbers 1 to 25 and give them to whoever has that number at the end. That's Miami Hurricane on top right there. Xavier Restrepo. Did he get drafted? Did he get drafted late? Or is he back in Miami for 1 more year? Restrepo's to 149. He'll go in the pile to be Max Brosmer. That's 8 of 25. Jimmy. Oops, can't put it in upside down, can you? Brosmer, 8 of 25. Okay, you want to do it right away? We can do it right after this, if you want. Blake Shapen. That is 47 of 49. So we're going to random off those 5, or maybe 6. Luke Altmaier, 46 of 149. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that prep school is not an a hobby exclusive. Because we got a Furzel Shepherd. I'm going to have to do a little more research. Never heard that name before, Furzel. 3 of 10. Steve Calhoun again. The 3s and the 1s have been hot. Oscar Delp. Is that Georgia Bulldog? Oscar Delp is 5 of 8. Craig again. Oh, nice. Lewis Bond. So money. Lewis Bond is 4 of 15. You go, Trey. Next in 9, Jeremiah McLennan. I wonder who that is. It sort of looks like a Charger uniform. Two of 15. Ryan, you're on the board. Jeremiah McLennan, 2 of 15. Whatever you want to do. Halama Kasuga. And that's a prep school signing. So I guess he's going to be a freshman. So they're getting a lot of like these guys. 5 of 15. There you go, Craig again. You're in Fuego, Craig. Elijah Brown, and that's Armed Forces. It's not an Armed Forces anymore, it's an Armed Forces. Three of 3, Steve Calhoun again. That's nice. Dylan Rizk. I thought it was a gold vinyl maybe at first, but two of 3. There you go, Ryan. Calvin Russell, and that is a Mojo. Silver. Five of 5. Craig, you got another one. Oh, nice. Dylan Gabriel, Cleveland Browns quarterback. Man, he took a lot of heat. He's too small. He's too this. They drafted him in front of Shador. How dare they? Bill Greco. All right, Billy. Dylan Gabriel, 10 of 10. All right, Jonathan, this last one's yours because it's a 101 pre-production proof. So money. Phil Maffa. Super Prismatic Gold. So it would have been a 101 anyway. Pre-production proof, Super Prismatic Gold, Phil Maffa. Oh, the Cowboys drafted him. He vows to be the toughest dude on the field. Phil Maffa, Cowboys, 101, pre-production proof. All right, one hobby, one jumbo. All right, let's just stay live. Let me just do the recap. All right, I'm going to random these off for whatever reason, all the autographs are 25 or less, but these are to 149 base cards. So I'll random them to one person. These base cards were numbered to 25 or less. That's number 8, Max Brosmer. Salter was 1 of 49, and Daquan Felton was 8 of 25. And these were all over 25, so anyway, I'll do that on the Facebook. Right? All right, so we got Dylan Gabriel, that was number 10. Calvin Russell, 5. Dylan Rizk, 2. Elijah Brown, 3. Helaman Kasuga, 5. Jeremiah McClellan, 2. Well, I know who the toughest guy in the Giants is going to be. That running back from Arizona State. Holy cow, that kid's a maniac. Lewis Bond was 4. Oscar Delp was 5. Ferzel Shepard was 3. Ryder Lyons was 5. James Simon was 8. Jerome Miles was 3. Justice Haynes was 4. Caleb Johnson was 3. Thomas Castellanos was a 101. The first box we got 3 101s. Noah Fafita was a 9. Graham Mertz, of course, Gator quarterback, that was a 101. Ethan Hampton, also a 101. Next in line, Jatavion Thomas was 3 of 15. And then, of course, the Maffa 101. Yeah, Scataboo. I was watching Good Morning Football, and Kyle Brand's in love with this guy. They were doing an interview on him, and they were showing all these hits and the angry runs, and he's going to be something else. All right, I'm going to post another one of those serial numbers. There's 2 spots left in a random hit jumbo. It's $30 a spot. You're guaranteed an autograph. I'll just open the 10 cards and then random them off. So if anybody wants to get in on that, there's 2 spots left in that. We can do that tonight too. Right now we're going to do 2 personals for Jonathan. We got a hobby and a jumbo. All right, good luck, bud. I did put a box of Pro Set Pure Football 2023. Only $30 a spot. Random hit. Guaranteed autograph. There's like 160, 170 unique autographs in it. It's a pretty decent checklist, and it's $30 a spot, sort of similar to this. There's only 3 autographs. There's no base, so that's up as well. I don't know. I looked at the new release calendar. There is like nothing coming out to the middle of June. So I have a lot of old, different things that we could try to be creative and do different breaks maybe, just to keep busy. Yeah, it's 2 spots. Oh, okay, good. All right. So let's do this, and then we'll do that after. I'm going to have to get set up, so I'm going to have to shut down and come back. But I'll need like 10 minutes. All right, good luck, Jonathan. I'll post another one of that too when I get a second too. Kyron Drones, and that is 4 of 7. Okay. Drones, 4 of 7. Calvin Russell, 68 of 149. House, Henny. I don't know if the J is silent. That is 1 of 3. Looks like Washington. Maybe TCU even. Kyle Monagai. That is a draft bound. Ten of 10 from Monagai. Andrew Rapelier. Looks like a tight end from Penn State. 2 of 4 for Rapelier. Julian Dickey. So money. Now this kid, I looked, he was getting bids. Chris Henry Jr. This might be a good one. 5 of 15. Let me see. People do full case breaks on eBay, and I was looking at who was getting the highest bids. Football wide receiver for Mater D Monarchs. He's oh yeah, he's going to Ohio State to be a wide receiver in Ohio State. Chris Henry Jr. All right, Tyreek Hill's in the house. Miami Dolphins, number 1. 31 of 49. Jake Brenningstool. Also 21 of 49. Weird. DJ Ugalele. Where did he end up? Is he like in UCLA or something? Oh, that was I Am Aliva. Where is Ugalele? 13 of 49. Jalen Henderson. And that is 2 of 7. All right, our first autograph. Jalen Lucas. I thought we were going to get Juju for a second there. That's a nice looking card. Jalen Lucas is 3 of 5. Jackson Arnold. And that's an Armed Forces. They shortened it. Instead of Armed Forces, it's Armed Forces now. It's funny. Last year they used to be Armed Forces. Jackson Arnold is 7 of 15. He's quarterbacking for like Oklahoma or somebody. Kyle Monagai. That's a 101. Nice. Hank Brown. That looks like Auburn. That's an Armed Forces. Two of 3. Miller Moss, USC quarterback. That's a printing plate, 101. State Pride, Miller Moss. Let's close it out with a couple big dogs. Giovanni McCoy, next in line. $10/15 for Giovanni McCoy. Ethan Hampton, Armed Forces. We hit him in the last break. And that is also a 101. Ethan Hampton, 101. And we got two more, then the slab. Next in line, Thomas Castellanos. I don't know if I think he transferred. 1/7. And close it out with, nice. Look at that beauty. DJ Lagway. Lagway is 20/25, Jonathan. And our slab is James Simon. That is a crystal red, white, and blue 101 pre-production proof. You want me to do your recap? Henderson, Ukulele, Brenstool, Hill, Russell, Drones. Okay. Nice Lagway. All right, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to go get the random hit set up, and we'll be back at 8 o'clock, okay? We'll be back at 8 o'clock to do the jumbo random hit break. All right? I'll see you guys back in 20 minutes. All right, thanks. Thanks, Jonathan. I'll DM you a total. All right, guys.